Good night, good evening, good morrow, good week. Welcome to UGC Season 17 League, a beginner Week 7 match for you tonight. Two amazing teams. We got Element Trance versus Imperial Phoenix Cerberus. I am Lightning, joined tonight by Adamsmasher, and we are here to bring you some amazing action. Adam, how are you doing, my fine fellow?
In here, nothing too out of the ordinary. We're witness a beautiful day here at Busan, and it's daytime here and it's nighttime halfway across the globe where we're at right now in this first map.
Yeah, well, nighttime here, but you know, at night, that is when the stars will shine the brightest, even though it may be different for our friends across the sea. But let's see what these two teams can bring to the table tonight as they go ahead and get ready to dive on the point here.
And here we go. So we're gonna see, got a Cassidy and a Tracer on the other side. Oh wow! Right away.
What incredible aim on Potato, getting things started with a kill on the support. Stefan taken out almost immediately. And we have Imperial moving on to the point here to trying to contest, as first capture will go over to Element Trance here, which is kind of to be expected with that strong start. Now some backfire being exchanged as these teams just slug it out for this point. Now a little bit better positioning for Element Trance as they have that whole midfield to work with, but a lot of the play is getting low. There goes one of the DPS shippy taken out of the fight, but no real decisive strikes made quite yet. These teams both holding on quite strongly onto this A point. And there goes the other support, and Duru will be taken out. Bailey now healing up on the point. Unfortunately for Cerberus, they have not been able to successfully find anything quite yet, and they will go ahead and regroup on the back line.
Yeah, I gotta regroup there. They're not able to take out one. Andorra was taken out, but Bailey was still alive in that one. Just like you said before, there was pretty much a stalemate. And every time you see a stalemate, the stalemate usually goes to the defending team at that point there.
Yeah. Definitely so. And Potato being a victim of a very focused attack. They want Potato out of the play immediately because they want to protect their supports on that back line, as here comes the amplification matrix from Bailey, but you have Potato and Andrew off of the field, so you're losing some versatility here for Element Trance. Cerberus pushing on to the point, but they are down a tank. Hyde New coming out from Dire Crow will get JL Hanius off the point, and it looks like a point conversion will probably come out here unless some miracle happens here from Potato.
Oh man, Dire Crow taking out Heinous and that was a Deadeye. That's like a lot of health just taken out instantly, and able to take out the other tank. That's both your big guns being taken out, your big shields. Like I've mentioned before many times, that's like both your tight ends getting taken out of the equation in an offensive line.
Yeah, you definitely don't want your tanks to go down. You want to keep them as healthy as possible. Ooh, Potato getting hit with the Discord Orb. Absolutely dropped, but stays up for the time being. Two ults on the side of Element Trance here as North and JL Heinous are holding on to them. Shippy all low and taken out. And Daru also very low, along with Bailey. Andrew taken out. Bailey still low as the Baptiste not getting a lot of work here. There goes the Gravity Flux, dropping him down, but not a lot done as JL Heinous only really succeeds in dropping some health down, succeeds in taking out Ragnarok in the long run, but you lost a lot on the way. JL Heinous and North taken out, and Cerberus will hold strong.
Yeah, a lot of like one kill at a time, and this is what happened. 3 ults on standby. You got the minefield for the next fight, but you also got the Graviton Surge ready to go. I don't think anybody from Trance wants to get pulled into a minefield into inevitable death, or they don't want to have a pulse bomb hitting happen to them. And the only thing going on with Trance is a rally. Here comes. Yep, I called it.
wanting invincibility from Bailey to keep his team up. You have the amplification matrix and the rally, and JL Hanius gets focused down again. Andrew gonna be taken out. North dropping health. Bailey as well. As Cerberus gonna lose the ball and won't have that mobility flexibility, as it looks like Lego's gonna switch to the Reinhardt here, possibly to try to hold a little bit stronger here on this last fight. 99% for Cerberus. All they have to do is hold a little bit longer and get North off the point. And there it goes! What a play! Bailey taken out, and Cerberus will claim map number 1 here on Busan.
Oh, you gotta say that has gotta be a Hail Mary right there. That is basically some Aaron Rodgers magic out of Lego. Going for the charge, and then it looked like he was just gonna be able to just get to the point, but that's some extra credit to take Andoryu out of the equation to really help Cerberus' chances of winning that first round. So now we're gonna see a bunch of switches. Andoryu going to the Baptiste. Bailey, oh, both of them are gonna, both sides going for Lucios to try to get to this center point in the Mecha base, and we got a Diva going in there for Heinous. Both of them, both teams going for the Symmetras to get the teleporters in, and we're gonna see if they're gonna switch out of the Symmetras after the teleporters are done. And no, they are not. They're gonna stick with these to expect a bunch of sim turrets, mayhem everywhere.
Yeah, lasers are your friend for Symmetra, but Panic taken out quick by the May Potato. Very strong so far. Gets good starts in the matchups as gets dropped low along with North. Yeah, it looks like Trance will hold on stronger, losing Bailey in the process. But you're gonna trade 1-for-1 on the support, so you're not losing a lot in this fight quite yet, as now both these teams starting to transition onto that point, trying to find ground to hold as we move further into this team fight. The shield for North dropping low, and here comes the first ult. High Noon popping out. The ult from Shippy popping out. And we're gonna drop a few people for Cerberus, and it looks like Trance will be the ones to capture this point and hold for the first time.
Oh, you should have seen Potato there in that one part where Dire Crow tried to pull a Deadeye to try to get a multi-kill, and it's just Dire Crow just couldn't get anything done. There's an ice wall in the way, and I gotta give props to Potato for saving the team from what could have been a potential switch over to Cerberus taking control.
And what a clutch teleporter there is, as they've noticed the team rotation to the left side here. As there goes the sound barrier, and they're just gonna full dive on him. Look at him go, the hammer down from Lego not coming fast enough, as this is gonna be a team wipe for Element Trance, absolutely mopping the floor with Cerberus on this new map.
I think you mentioned this before, the teleporter clutch. That was like escape. Most of them were able to escape right before the Earthshatter just came down, and wow, that's 2 big saves right now for Trance to get him out of trouble.
Here comes Cerberus, they're diving the point, they come up behind, and it didn't seem like Trance was ready for it, but there's a Diva Bomb, and it'll take a Lego. That is huge. You have the Deadeye on Dire Crow, but is he gonna be able to use it? He's gonna save it. And again, Cerberus is wiped off the point. D-Mech on the Ragnarok. Stefan gonna be taken out. And here it comes the stagger kill. And this is gonna be brutal for Cerberus. They may not make it back the point in time here.
It may not. Thanks to that ice wall for Potato. Replace the word may with definitely. Definitely not gonna make it there. How many ice walls have we seen come in handy? Come in, be helpful for Trance. Go back to when Dire Crow tried to pull off a Deadeyes, and Potato's like, you're gonna shoot those Deadeye shots at my wall there. You're not taking any of my teammates off. And then go to Shippy being able to get the teleporter, escape from the potential devastating Earth Shatter. And then the last part to ensure that Cerberus didn't make it to the point, let's put another ice wall there. Potato has just been playing disruptive in that second round in the mecha base.
Yeah, that is definitely the name of the game for May, and Potato's using her absolutely beautifully on this map as we see Ball for Lego pushing on that side, trying to get some pot shots on this Trance team as they push up into this team fight. And they are rushing. Look at them go into battle. They are holding nothing back. They don't care, but man, they're gonna drop Ragnarok so quickly. Shipping getting credit for the kill, and their healers are on point for Trance. No one dropping. Potato getting low here, but it's gonna be brought back up to healthy status within moments. North and J. Alhanius being brought back up, and here comes the Bob, and that is a good ult, but it's even better teamwork here from Element Trance. They just basically render it useless. Shippy taken out on point. Element Trance holding strong for now, but they lose the Baptiste, which is a lot of healing power taken out, as now you have to rely on that Lucio to be the backbone healer, as Potato being taken out, Bailey being taken out. It looks like Cerberus is gonna hold the point possibly, but you got two tanks to deal with. North and J. Alhania is holding up pretty well on this point, waiting for teammates to get back. And here comes Andrew with the Immortality Field. We'll keep J. Alhanius up for the moment. Andrew being taken out, J. Alhania team max, and they're still holding on, but finally Cerberus breaks free here of Element Trance's hold.
Despite losing the point just to that now, you gotta give credit to the teamwork there out of Trance. Bailey knocking the Bob off the point so they can continue getting progress. And then you got the ice wall coming up. It blocks the Bob from being able to do anything right after it got frozen in its tracks. So, yeah, I would not doubt this team being able to flip this point back if they got some more cohesiveness going on. You got the wall going on, and you got a sound barrier.
You now also have a monkey on your team, as here comes the ult from Symmetra. Potato taken out quick, but there goes the sound barrier. It's gonna be huge. Here comes Gravitic Flux from Sigma. It won't get anybody. Minefield down on the field. Complete chaos ensuing as Bailey's taken out. They're gonna lose both their healers. It is Element Trance being wiped off the field now, as North gonna be dropped low. He's gonna get out for the time being. J. Alhanius taken out. North's gonna escape with a sliver of health left on the Winston, and it will be reset time for Element Trance.
Man, give it up for Now, before I say that, Trance, they're gonna have to think of something there. The switch to the Moira will definitely help them out. They're gonna need some more direct healing out of them. The Lucy, the area healing, it may be good for certain situations, although it might not be enough for this one. But you got a self-destruct on standby, and if you can take out Ragnarok's shield, you can do some devastating damage on that one.
It says here comes the Diva Bump for J. Alhanius, and he won't get anybody, but he does push everyone back as North dives on top of the Mercy, taking two out in that panic, as Lego will be taken down as well. Trance now capping point, and they get it back just in the nick of time as Cerberus peaked off at 95% here, as they will now be pushing back on the point here momentarily.
Now, Potato can play disruptive, can play aggressively, you can name it all. Getting 2 kills against the Cerberus was good enough, but unfortunately will get taken out by Dire Chris. Ain't none of that.
Shippy said none of that to panic. He didn't want anything to do with the Tracer. Lego hacked on point. This is gonna be a problem, and Lego is out. Not able to utilize that minefield, but North and Andrew also down. Bailey down. J. Alhanius gonna be D-Mech. The Tracer gonna be dangerously low. Potato gonna have to go ahead and dip out of there, as now Cerberus gonna flip the point back. Element Trance is gonna have to make a dive straight to point. There goes the Winston. He makes it just in the nick of time. He dodges the Gravitic Flux. He is angry, and he is swinging on that point as Element Trance is holding nothing back here. They are diving on the point. They turn the point! And with such little time left, as they're gonna now eke on over to 99%. Team fight, full swing for Cerberus. and they're gonna dive back on the point themselves. Absolute chaos on the point. Andrew taken out. North taken out. Cerberus gaining ground on this point as time winds down. 1 on the point, 2 on the point. Potato taken out by Dire Crew. Bailey being taken out, and players are being dropped left, right, and center for this Trance team. The Diva Bomb not being successful, and Cerberus will hold on till the end and will bring it back.
Wow, yeah, give it up for the Winston player. I don't think it was North. I think, yeah, it might have been North, but I forget. But gotta give him credit for at least trying to keep things going, trying to keep Trance alive for as long as possible to get the Primal Rage going, to actually get a chance. Although it wasn't meant to be, but gotta give it up for the fights that Trance had left in them. But on the other side, some good plays out of Cerberus, especially in the first round with Dire Crow getting a few Deadeye kills. Though sadly, in the second round for him, though they did win Busan in the end, was pretty much shut down with like I mentioned before, the May wall out of Potato preventing what could have been a 2-0 Busan victory. Instead, at least kept Trance alive during the entire of Busan. But unfortunately for Trance, it just wasn't meant to be. Now Cerberus will take Busan anyways, and they're gonna go ahead and have that advantage as they head to Junkertown. Lightning will be some good comps for the big old junkyard that is Junkertown.
Well, you know, I'm always gonna go with my boy Torbjorn above anybody else. I don't care about the comps. I just care about seeing my turret boy on the field. Because, you know, hard work pays off, as Torbjorn would say. And North definitely deserving the play of the game on that Reinhardt. And definitely played well on that Winston, like you said. So, I say a zombie comp may be what could benefit Element Trance the most here, but I don't think we'll see it. They could see a bunker comp for the cart move, and it could see a lot of different kind of comps. It really just matters what these guys are more comfortable playing with, because I've seen a lot of comps work differently on Junkertown. You got a lot of terrain to traverse, you got a lot of cover to move in between. On that first point, you got those stairs to really deal with on that back push right as you're about to push onto that second half of that push out of that first half. So, or first third, I should say. But really, it's just gonna come down to what's comfortable.
And I was expecting this the whole time. Both sides are gonna go with a Widowmaker because lots of open spaces you can get some sniping off, and to add to the sniping power for the side of Trance, Shippy gonna be going with the Hanzo on that. And yeah, I was right about the other one with who was the Winston. That was North. So I guessed correctly, and sometimes my memory can slip. But both sides going the Brigida to help provide the armor. Stefan gonna go the Ana. And one of the hardest kits to use in the game, but that nano boost can come quite in handy in dire situations.
Yeah, and they're definitely going to be counting on that nano boost to pull them through this game, as they have the Monkey, the Winston on their team, and they are ready for combat as they push onto this point. North going to be dropped low as Ragnarok diving into the back lines with Snizzles. Shippy dropped low momentarily. Andrew hit with the splash from Stefan, but so far, both these teams looking fairly healthy before Panic's gonna be the first one to drop. As Cerberus gonna regroup here, pushing on pretty heavily. JL Hanius being targeted down, but will stay alive, as Trance doing a good job of keeping their players alive. They're really utilizing the stairs around that corner, which is a huge thing, as Dire Crow lands an absolutely disgusting shot on Potato. And Stefan gonna go with the nano boost. The Winston's nanoed. He's gonna get some value out of it, but no one's gonna be dropped. He will be dropped himself in turn as the chaos favors Trance. Getting the tank down, but losing to DPS, and that is a huge splash potion out of Stefan. And this will force back Element Trance. Cerberus will go ahead and advance to this first point.
I'm thinking what the mental conversation between Direcrow and Potato's like, what did I do to deserve getting sniped twice by you? I'm thinking Direcrow saying, you ruined my Deadeye chances at Mecha Base. That ice wall that ruined my Deadeyes, which could have been a potential team wipe. Yeah, I'm still thinking about that. I'm still angry at you for that, so hey, take 2 shots to the head.
Well, that's sometimes just how it goes. You gotta take a few to the dome in order to get to the greater good here. Element Trance looking to fight back, but we do get a first pause as one of the players' mouse died. Of course, I don't know that kind of pain as I don't use those kinds of mice. I never understood the trend behind wireless mouses. I don't know, I've always just been hesitant, but these two teams fighting so hard to go ahead and gain ground, and they're definitely close in terms of skill. They are definitely deserving of the records, that much is for sure, but ultimately there can only be one victor, and with the start like that from Direcrow on the Widow, you can only assume that Cerberus has things behind their back.
Oh yeah, definitely behind their back, because they know how capable Trance is of pulling off a lot of clutch situations, and we saw that almost 3 times in the Mecha Base to keep them alive in Busan. And like I mentioned before, and I keep bringing it back up, the ice walls, the teleporters from Shippy to get out of a dire straits situation, especially when I think it was Schnitzels or Ragnarok, one of the tanks using the Reinhardt to, oh, it was Lego Mayengo trying to pull off the Earth Shatter, and the teleporter was there to help them escape it. So that's pretty much what it is. And now let's go back. Direcrow being able to get a couple shots to take a lot of pressure off the Cerberus, getting rid of Potato, because the best counter to a sniper, what I've seen in my personal experience, is of course another sniper, and Direcrow is doing a great job playing that counter.
Direcrow is doing a fantastic job indeed, making sure that their range doesn't have any range, as there goes the Widow, and they're going to be dimed on top of. Ragnarok going in hard, but it's going to pay the price for dumping in a little bit too prematurely. Diva Bomb's going to get Andrew, which is a big pick, and they will drop Shippy and Potato as well. Brian going down. North and JL Hades the only ones left, and they will go ahead and just burn Snizzle's health down to nothing so quick. And that is a good purple from the Ana. We'll get Snizzles in the trade, but JL Hades goes down himself. North escaping that attack. As, yes, this car is not stopped, and Cerberus will make that second point.
Oh, you can imagine Snizzle saying, oh, you guys need a doctor? Well, too bad, I killed both of them. I think, Tink with the self-destruct, and then I decided I'm gonna get rid of the other one, just diving into them. So yeah, you guys have no medics left to help protect you from us. Just burning the rest of your guys' health away and taking this point on to the final point of Junkertown.
And death can kind of be considered healing, as it does bring you to full health, but a lot of ults popping off here. There goes the Graviton Flux, or not, the Gravitic Flux from the Sigma, but I don't think it got anybody there. Snizzle's low, and will be demeched. Snizzles has to get out of there, and will be killed by Andrew, and Panic will trade Potato in turn. Shippy has the ult. Let's see if he uses the dragons. Will the Hanzo ult come to play here? No, it won't, as it won't be needed. Panic taken out fairly easily, as now Trance holding strong on this last push.
And this is a kind of a defensive stronghold in Junkertown. You got a lot of flanking corners, trying to catch some offense off guard. You got high ground you could take advantage of, even if you have a dive coming in from Ragnarok and Panic. So pretty much there's a lot of ways you could hold a point in this final corridor.
Ragnarok needs to be a little bit careful here, as so far his dives have not worked. Snizzles demeched Ragnarok down, and that's a huge advantage. And there's 3 headshots on the Diacro. The man is cracked. Look at him going. What a purple from the Ana. Safan putting in absolute monstrous amounts of work on the Ana. Jailhanius being taken down. North being taken down. Element Trance is being fed to the wolves here. As there goes the Widow Oat. The 2 remaining for Element Trance have been found, but they are not going to peek out and wait for their teammates to come back.
I love the focus out of Panic. Trying to take down the supports no matter what was going on here. It just managed to take them out before just blinking everyone, just avoiding all the damage, and eventually just proves too much for tanks because the damage output for Tracers are very high, and she can just blink out of the way and avoid damages from the tanks.
Diacro again, giving it dirty in the potato, not allowing anything, but Diacro will be taken out by Shippy now on the Tracer, going ahead and getting rid of that nuisance as soon as possible. Now Ragnarok dropped again, dying in that quick fight. Jailhania switched to the Wrecking Ball, see if that brings anything to the table. The Diva Bomb gets one, North being taken out, and gets the Immortality Field as well. So decent play with the Diva Bomb, getting some value out of it, but ultimately they will have to retreat and regroup.
Yeah, I think that self-destruct might have been something I would have held on to for another fight, because it could have benefited greatly if you would combine that with, let's say, maybe you have an Infrasight to make sure that they're out of any walls to be able to get that, and then you got a nano boost that can at least come in handy.
And speaking of that nano boost, you're not gonna get a lot out of it. It's North absolutely just destroys Ragnarok, slamming him to the walls, saying, I don't want that nano boost on the field. You gotta get out of here. Does get purpled by Stefan, but he is still pushing. North is trudging through the lines, and there goes Jailhanius. 5 minutes have passed on this point, and Cerberus still unsuccessful in pushing it through. Ragnarok still has Primal Rage, so let's see if he's able to go ahead and get back in time here, as 60 seconds now remains on the clock.
Oh, that's a great job out of Trance to take the Nano Gorilla out of the equation on that one. But it won't really matter them very much. Stefan's about to have another Nano boost on standby. Supports get their ults rather quickly.
Stefan's doing a good job as well, as there goes the Nano. And will Ragnarok decide to Primal Rage this time? Schnitzel's taken down. Ragnarok does indeed Primal Rage. Here he goes. Angry Monkey in the back lines. We'll go ahead and be targeting the supports. And gets nobody in the process. What a way to go ahead and waste that Primal Rage Nano Boost combo. And Ragnarok will in turn be taken out the point. North traded. Jailhanius almost dropped, but will stay healthy. As Diacro looking for some kills. The point is edging ever closer. And the cart still being pushed. No one's on it. There they go now. And they are on all-out chaos on the point. Snizzle's the only one there. In the high noon being caught out by Panic. Nobody taken out with the high noon. Tank dropped out the point. Schnitzel's demeched. He's going to be taken off. As this may be it. Hammer down coming out from North. Then all of Cerberus being taken out. Diacro not able to make it to point. And round one will be held successfully by Element Trance, as Cerberus unsuccessful to nick that last point.
You gotta give credit to Trance to being able to take the ults out of the equation, avoid getting yourselves killed, especially when were still alive through all of that Primal Rage. And then, although a few mistakes happened to the self-destruct was a pretty decent move, just wasn't able to get value out of that one kill at all. It was against a tank though, but when your team's retreating, that might be something you would want back in my opinion. But you gotta give credit to Dire Crow being able to, a lot of sniping in action in that one, but credit to Shippy shutting the sniper down in that final point.
Yeah, and a fantastic job on the Tracer to go ahead and try to get that sniper out of the way, as you really want to keep that Widow as a non-issue, as man oh man, Dire Crow absolutely lighting up the field on that Widow, and Stefan on that Ana made for a really strong 1-2 punch to those first 2 points, but Element Trance just really caught on towards the end of that push and really figured things out and hunkered down for the long haul there. But let's see if they fare any better on the push.
And we'll have to see indeed. And for the push, you got double shields this time around. North and Heinous going to be going Sigma and Reinhardt respectively. On defense, it looks like a little bit of a dive comp, I'm thinking. Brawler. I'm thinking this is a dive comp. You got the Diva and the Winston are big in dive comps. It's going to be pretty. This is going to be a very aggressive defense. And many people have probably saying or asking, is there such a thing as an aggressive defense? Here's what I say. Go watch the NFL when the defense is about to sack a quarterback. Then you can tell me again, try and tell me again, there's no such thing as an aggressive defense.
As Dire Crow takes a shot at Potato, almost takes him out of the air as both the Widows zipping up into the air, taking shots at Dire Crow. Gonna be taking out Potato. Shippy taking out Panic, and the 2 trades will be huge in this first push, as Cerberus not able to hold on very well here, as they are just gonna be forced back out of that first point.
Oh man, Potato must be feeling good about getting revenge on Dire Crow after being dealt with getting sniped with in the previous round. Just pretty much oh wow, look at Potato just going off right now, getting that. It looks like Trance is probably gonna get this first point. You got 2 already out, but Dire Crow is gonna try to even things out with a snipe against, a revenge snipe I should say, against Potato right there. My goodness. This is chaos right now, but this chaotic battle could go to Trance here. Another kill by Heinous, that pile driver against Panic. Here's the first point going to Trance.
And he came in like a wrecking ball indeed. Very fitting for the way he is playing that Hammond, as a Trance is just trucking through this point and this map. Now Shippy's gonna have the pulse bomb, so that's gonna be something for Cerberus to look out for. Potato has the infrared as well. Gonna pop it. Positions revealed. Stefan has nano boost, but not really a target to really use it on yet. We'll go ahead and nano boost anyway, as there goes a pulse on Tink. Shippy gonna get some value out of it. Nano boost on the monkey as usual, but not a lot of value coming out of it. We'll get Potato, and that's a huge pulse bomb out of Panic, taking out both supports on the back line. North gonna be dropped out. No use on that gravitic. Jail Haney is taken out, and Cerberus just shuts down this Elemental Trance team without any issue.
Oh man, I think Panic might have single-handedly shut down that battle after that pulse bomb killed both Andoryu and Brian. Both supports out, there's no healing left. You need to treat those wounds, and no one can treat them, so they're gonna have to regroup on that one. But look at this, Trance has both tank ults on standby. That minefield is a very disruptive. There it is right now. There's the graphitic flux right now.
And here we go, we're popping off in full gear as Ragnarok's gonna go Primal Rage, but he is dangerously low as Tank is out of the field. The monkey is losing health left and right, and he will be dropped. Snizzles Has the Diva, we'll go ahead and do it to get the D-Mech. We'll get Potato in the process, and gets the D-Mech. Stefan with the Nano on the Diva. Won't get a lot of value of it as the Diva was knocked prone by Tink. Schnitzels, D-Mech, and killed. Both tanks down for Cerberus as Trance now getting revenge for the last push, as they didn't want anything to do with the last round, as they just want to get it out of their mind and get things back to how they were.
Yeah, definitely how they were. There's some nice soul sentiments out of North and Heinous, even though not much value out of them, but it did help reduce the health long enough to be, or enough health down to be able to finish them off and win this team fight. So now, you're in here in the final push. You have 2 ults on standby. You've already taken out Snizzles, courtesy of North, so that's gonna make your trip to the end a little bit easier and have a little more ults charged. And now you're gonna have 2 tank ults on. So both tank and support ults are on standby, so that's some extra credit. This is gonna be helping them out, although Dire Crows will reveal everyone from Trance.
And you gotta give him credit, is here comes the Torbjorn for Panic! And that is a pick I've been waiting to see! You know, I gotta love it as all of them ults are popping off! North with the Gratific Flux, won't get anyone but Potato still popping off on the Widow. Jailhanius with the Minefield, doesn't get anyone quite yet, but Ragnarok will be taken out by Shippy. Potato again taking out the turret. Jailhanius gets the D-Mech on Snizzles, and Snizzles is taken out of the play. Panic low, and will ultimately get some health back, but Trance is absolutely trucking through. This last point, as here comes a rally from Tink, and that is a huge kill! As they're still going! Trance unable to be stopped, as they are just doing everything. The purple and Snizzles, the Diva Bomb coming out, it will be dropped on top of the field. We'll get Potato, as these teams are absolutely duking it out. It is so close to the end point here for Trance, and they have so much time to work with. North has the Graphitic Flux. Here goes, he catches Ragnarok. Ragnarok dropped and killed. Snizzle's purpled. And this is absolutely over. As Trance with the Minefield will seal the deal here on Junkertown. As Trance gonna go ahead and secure the point.
Yeah, pretty much at this rate, Cerberus was just going in there pretty much one at a time. And before that, look at Dire Crow. Pretty much this, I am thinking, oh, I was thinking of something else, but Dire Crow has just been big. Going after Potato, trying to keep the long range attack shut down.
Lord.
Although it didn't matter. Potato going about for some revenge there later on. But look at North, 12,670 damage done. That's most of the team participation for tanks. And when I compare tanks to tight ends, basically he pulled off a Mark Andrews there. But anyways, as 1-1 apiece, looked like Trance came alive after their defensive hold in Junkertown. So they'll at least tie it up when we go to Blizzard World. It's gonna be a fun one. I want that to be a real amusement park. Wouldn't you agree there, Lightning?
Oh, I wouldn't. Let me tell you, Adam, I am sweating after that last push from Trance. What a way to end Junkertown as we go into Blizzard World. And like you said, I am definitely looking for some amusement out of this park, as these teams are going to be going at it hard, and you already know what it's going to be coming into this, as these guys have not held anything back. But man, oh man, I mean, I'm gonna go and blame Sickles for Cerberus losing, because he said that Cerberus was gonna get the W. So Cerberus, you can blame Sickles in the chat for cursing you guys. It's all his fault. It's all his fault.
You know what I hope Blizzard World has if it becomes a real life amusement park?
What?
A Vite Ramen stand. I hope it would
yes.
get a Vite Ramen stand. And speaking of Vite Ramen, it is fueling UGC League Season 17. It is for the 4th season in a row, I think. It's a
So-
high-protein noodle that does it all. Want to know how to order your Vite Ramen? Just head to shop.viteramen.com/discount/UGC. And then once you're finished ordering and ready for checkout, do not forget to use the code UGC at the checkout. And what does that code do for you? Can you guess it? It
See a
saves
discount.
you 10% on your order.
Well, you know, I like saving money just as much as the next guy, and I like ramen even more. But, you know, that has been my fuel food for years, so, like Adam said, go check out Fight Ramen. This stuff's good, it is legit. And you definitely can't go wrong with a little bit of ramen in your life. It's quick, it's easy, so why not? But, man, exactly. As we go ahead and pass the 50 viewer mark for this element Trance and Cerberus, we'd like to just shout out everybody in the audience watching these two amazing teams playing and just say thank you for coming out, because you make it so much more worth our effort and our time invested into these series, and same thing for the players. It's a huge boost to confidence for them. So for myself, and I think I speak for Adam as well, thank you guys so much.
Hey, you're welcome there, Lightning. I do appreciate being honored and thanked and whatnot. So now, as we head to Blizzard World, we gotta forget about the possible Vite Ramen stands. We gotta focus. Well, we gotta forget about focusing on the rides. I would love to ride the Hellscream. I would love to see Murloc Island and all the Blizzard references, but we gotta focus on the battle that is at hand. And we're gonna see Lego My Ego is back in the game. And now, going on the Wrecking Ball, both Lego and Haynes will be back on there. North is gonna be opting for the Sigma once again. Potato gonna run it back with the Widow, saying it worked in Junkertown, why not work again on Blizzard World? But look out on the side of Cerberus. Many people have been dreading Sombra lately in UGC because you get hacked. You are pretty much not really a sitting duck, but you could run away, but they're just gonna gun you down. So you pretty much could be a sitting duck unless someone's there to save you and or keep you healed on that one. And that EMP can be a real disruptor, as we have seen many, many, many times in UGC League.
These two teams are gonna go get into it almost immediately, and let's see if Sombra can make any paperweights out of these players, as all these guys from Cerberus are taking that left route up onto the top ground, try to get some high ground advantage here. Looking on to this point, taking out the threat from Potato pretty early here, is getting a lot of value out of that Widow here, as big push from Dyer, gonna pull some attention from the rest of the team, as Jail Haney is gonna be dropped. They're gonna lose the ball, as here comes Cerberus onto the point. Element Trance unable to hold players, should be taking out both DPS players off of the field, as Potato's gonna switch to Cassidy. North gonna be dropped low. Sigma's big player on the field for this Trance team, as they're gonna duke it out with Cerberus in the hill. Both of these supports are taken out. Snizzle's taken out. Lego low for Cerberus, as are both tanks for Trance. North on a sliver of belt and will be taken down by Dire Crow. Tank taken down in the process. Cerberus fighting so hard to get this point and will finally convert, as now Payload is on the field.
Oh, that's such a nice work out of Dire Crow. Just shutting down Potato's sniping, being able to hide behind walls to just minimize the value of Potato's Widowmakers, and forcing them to switch out to the Cassidy for this next for the StarCraft universe. So now an advantage going on for Cerberus. You got Pulse Bomb EMP, and of course, there's those right now with the Transcendence.
Yeah, we got the Transcendence and the EMP making some really fancy looking paperweights out of Jail Heinous and Potato as they're dropped off the field. You still do have Nano Boost and Rally on the Trance side. North unable to go ahead and get out of here. He is hacked left and right. Blood doesn't go ahead and get away from the action. It's a reprieve from the Somber here as the Minefield coming out from Lego. That is going to take on an escape route. Nano Boost out. Rally out, Pulse Bomb out, the action popping off, there's right, the Diva Bomb popping off and Snizzle takes out Shippy. Snizzle's being taken out in the process as these teams are just absolutely dogging it blow for blow here on Blizzard World.
Yeah, you go blow for blow and blow for blow, but you can't settle for draws in team battles, especially if you're on the offense like Cerberus is. All you're doing is burning yourself clock away, and all you're doing is giving Trance like even better positions to win maps like this.
Yeah, and Cerberus, they already have one map win. My bad. Trance. Wait, didn't Trance win the last map?
Yeah, I think Trance won the last map.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So Cerberus is looking to go ahead and bring this one back after the last map series, and you really gotta give credit to Element Trance for playing as well as they have been, but Cerberus looking to go ahead and dive on. They are playing a little bit more reserved here, waiting for some ults to come up, and they get 4 of them, as here comes every single ult just about. Darkrow taken out before the EMP can be triggered. The Pulse Bomb coming out takes out 2. And there goes the Deadeye, gets Lego. Minefield down, and Element Trance is absolutely battered and bruised as these ults pop off from Cerberus.
Just, wow, I think that EMP might have just saved Cerberus from a potential disaster. That could have been North's Graphitic Flux. How much health taken away you think that could have been? That would have been a lot there. And you shut down the Graphitic Flux. You should just give yourself a pat on the back for saving your team from a potential disaster. But you might have some more disasters at hand thanks to Shippy's Pulse Bomb and of course Heinous's Minefield in this next fight.
You got your work cut out for you on Cerberus, and there goes the Pulse Bomb. Shippy is gonna whiff on the Pulse Bomb, but Heinous still has the Minefield. Both supports coming back, but Brian's just absolutely bullied. No way, as here comes the Diva Bomb, gets Shippy in the process. Now you have the Gravitic Flux, the Deadeye, and the Rally. Here comes Gravitic Flux from the Sigma, but it doesn't get anybody. Absolutely wasted ult from North, but you gotta appreciate it as it does force Cerberus to retreat.
How much Heinous just inadvertently knocked Ego out of the potential Graphitic Flux, but it didn't matter. It did scare him out of there, at least to force that retreat. So can't really consider that Graphitic Flux a complete waste, though. Just with Wrecking Ball, you could be a potential best friend or an unwilling worst enemy for your teammates, because sometimes you would unknowingly just help the other team.
And speaking of help, here's a lot of help from Stefan on that Zenyatta as the Minefield down on the point. Deadeye popping out from Potato, and there's the EMP as Potato's taken out. Andrew can't use the Nano, but it doesn't matter as only 10 seconds remain on the clock, and the last dive will be to no avail as Cerberus is wiped off the point.
You gotta give Potato some credit to pull a Deadeye down. It pretty much drew the EMP out from Dire Crow. Normally it would save the team, just didn't really matter in the end. You lose that EMP, what could have been very useful at a later team fight. But there just really was nothing much that Cerberus could do in this situation. Trance just played that last that defensive hold almost perfectly there.
I feel like the desperation might have got to them, Adam. I mean, you have a Hail Mary play of an EMP in your bag, and you see your teammates getting low, and I think maybe, just maybe, a little bit of panic set in as they wanted to go ahead and try to get anything done there, but ultimately didn't work out for Cerberus. So we're gonna be going back on to this next round here, and Dark Crow's on the Ash, which is a little bit of an interesting pick here, as I would have hoped to see the Sombra a little bit more, but let's see what Dark Crow can go ahead and pull out here.
And I think Dire Crow's probably going for a Bob to help contest the point in case no one else is able to make it to the said point. And oh, is Potato gonna go the Bastion? Nope, never mind. Potato is messing with us like most people who switch to Bastion. He usually likes to mess with us casters. Although not really, but still. It's usually fun to see him, but Potato will opt to go back to the Widowmaker. So here we are. They're gonna go use the same strategy that Cerberus used, and they're ready for it. And unfortunately, Lego's gonna get taken out by Shippy, and with the help from the Discord Orb. And they're saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna use that same strategy you did, and we're gonna make it work in our favor too."
Trance is just absolutely blitzing the point. We'll lose Stefan in the process. Oh, they get Shippy in turn as they're gonna exchange 1-for-1 here. Element Trance losing some players. Potato now taken out. Lego Maego getting a little bit of sweet revenge as that Wrecking Ball is a quick one to get back to point. North taken out. Andrew taken out. Ryan low, and Trance will have to regroup for another push.
That's a good defensive hold, but however, you've left yourself with less room for errors. You've given up a tick already. So, like I said, that room for error has gotten lower now. If you're Cerberus, you have a pulse bomb that's a little close to being on standby, and Trance, they're not even close to having any ults on standby. But we've seen ultimates being charged pretty quickly in team fights lately. Ooh, Panic gets stunned and taken out. Shippy will do that. Brian with the assist on that one. That's a Tracer out of the way, but Shippy's gonna get taken out too. Dark Crow comes in. There's a Bob there. Bob's doing something. Bob's doing some damage. There's two right there. Oh, that's the hold there, and just very close. It really helps taking out Andoryu. Dire Crow will finish him off.
Trance again gonna be forced to reset. You hate to see it, but you can't be mad because Cerberus is just playing so well. They do have 3 ults now, which is gonna really greatly work in their favor here, as Potato's gonna take some pop shots, and they're gonna mimic the exact team comp just about. The only difference is that Stefan is still on the Zenyatta, and Brian is really heavily favoring that Brigette. As here comes Trance, they will push onto the point as Cerberus is gonna be forced back a little bit as Dire Crow is taken out of the play. Dive down by Lego, and there goes the minefield as Dire Crow is revived, but Tank will be exchanged in the process. Cerberus still holding pretty strong. JL Haney is taken out of play. Shippy taken out. North building up some ult charge, but it may not be enough here as he is at half health. Andrew taken out. North gonna save the Graphitic Flux, hopefully, as Brian is taken out, and another reset for Trance.
Yeah, I think that was a good choice not to panic ult use and not at all, because you saw that happen to Dire Crow at the end of the first round, which the EMP just didn't work out after Potato tried to pull out a Deadeye. So I'd say they're learning from the last round. Just, you don't want to be desperate enough to use an ult. Like, use it whenever you're ready to use it at the perfect time. Keep a cool pose. You have plenty of ults here. On the offensive side of Trance, you got the tank ults. You got that rally that's being released right now. But on the other side, you got a self-destruct. You got a bomb that's You just got into the fight right now, and now you got a minefield coming out right now. But unfortunately, that minefield always gets countered when you have a Transcendence that's activated at the right time. And guess what? Already 3 on the side of Trance is already taken out. Now you got a self-destruct out, and now the barrier is gone, and there's that pulse bomb, but takes Panic out. But it's not really gonna matter. North takes himself out too, and that's pretty much how Cerberus is gonna be taking Blizzard World away. And looks like they're gonna be enjoying a free pass into Blizzard World to enjoy rides like the Hellscream.
They did a fantastic job, and Direcrow definitely deserves it. Let's see what he can punch here as he takes out Chippy. He takes out another. You gotta give it to Direcrow. He is a clutch player with the sniper characters. First on Widow, now on Ashe. You really gotta give it up to Direcrow, who's putting in absolute work, and you can really see why Cerberus holds that 4-2 record and is giving Element Trance a run for their money. But you also gotta give it up to Trance. They are really holding nothing back, and they're really just matching Cerberus blow for blow on most occasions, but this one, not working in their favor.
Not at all, and especially like I mentioned before in Blizzard World, Direcrow really putting Bob to good use, contesting the point and just having Bob act as that 7th player. And you've seen that getting 2 final blows with that Bob really helped out the Cerberus keep holding on to the point. Let's look back. Direcrow. Oh, let's see. Shooting him right between the eyes is what we could call it. Let's go on. Let's imagine the flashback onto Junkertown. Taking out many players with those headshots, especially Potato, to put less pressure on Cerberus from the long range assault. And then we go on over to Blizzard World, going on to the Ashe, and then Direcrow's like, you know what? I don't have to rely entirely on my long range. Why don't I go ahead and send Bob out there to help finish him off? And you know what? I'll finish off this last one, since Bob wasn't able to kill him, but was able to damage him long enough for me to finish you off. And that's pretty much Direcrow just putting that team on his back right now.
You also gotta go ahead and give Stefan a little credit here on that support, because man, oh man, has he been an absolute game changer for Cerberus. He has been all over the healing, all over some very crucial plays and nano boosts. He's gotten some very key transcendences, and I don't think that Cerberus would have gotten nearly as far without Stefan and Direcrow on their squad. Those are 2 players that have put in a lot of work tonight. And on the opposite side, you really gotta say that North and Potato have been doing a lot of work for their team. So this is a story of 2 players on both teams putting in absolute insurmountable amounts of effort to make sure that their team can get their best shot at victory here, as Trance gonna look to bring it back to 2-2 on this next map series.
When you're mentioning dynamic duos of North and Potato, or let's say Direcrow and Stefan, it just makes me think of dynamic duos in the NFL, like a Patrick Mahomes and either Travis Kelce, or who am I thinking, Tyreek Hill, or we go over to the Packers, Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, who got traded to the Raiders. But enough about enough about my football references. We're gonna get back into this game right away, and we're gonna see both teams, Chippy and Panic, are opting to go for the Echoes on here. We're gonna see a lot of versatility, lots of speed, lots of damage output, but most importantly, versatility. That is pretty much the name of Echo's game here. As we see, especially the duplicate, which we'll be seeing a lot later. I'm predicting they're going to be duplicating a lot of the tank actions, because it always gives them the most health. It's with obviously tanks having the most health out of out of the characters in Overwatch. And here we go, starting off, both teams will trade blows, but Cerberus already having 2 kills right off the bat. Oh my goodness, already 3 taken out. Oh my goodness, another trade, but it's not gonna matter. I think Cerberus is gonna at least easily get a tick. I think, never mind. I think they're probably gonna be capturing this point right away. I think Trance is just gonna be hanging around at point B and get ready for a defensive battle there.
They have absolutely just wiped the floor with Trance on that first point. They wanted nothing to do with that one. They just said, A is ours, we're moving to B, here we come. We're not going to give you any chance to breathe or hold for any amount of time, as they dove immediately into that, and they're going to be swinging into high gear here, as here comes the next team fight.
And next team fight indeed. Looks like they're gonna go for the high ground for Cerberus to try to keep things even. Here comes the nano boost. Here comes a nano ape here. I don't know why they call him monkey. He doesn't have a tail, so he's an ape. Here comes nano angry ape here. Gonna be swiping his big old arms. Gonna be swiping the arms of Brian. Taking him out of the fight. Panic taking out North. It is a mess right now. They're just, look at all, there's a lot of corpses just being left behind on point B of Trance. My goodness, what has Cerberus been eating between Blizzard World and Voskyna? Have they had some bite ramen to fuel up after that? Because my goodness, as if they were already good enough, they just took this to a whole other level. 5 minutes and 3 seconds on the clock. I've never seen a team leave that much on the clock before.
You know, they gotta be happy with that performance on this first point, because that was an absolute show of dominance out of Cerberus, as they are looking to close out the night with a show of force as we go ahead and push into what could possibly be the last map of the night here, as man, oh man, I mean, Cerberus is just absolutely out of their minds right now. Dire Crow, like Baby Moth said, is absolutely bench pressing players on this map. I could not have put it in better words myself, as Dire absolutely putting in kill after kill, and Ragnarok with the nano boost monkey got some prime opportunities there on that B point. And we'll see if they can replicate some more of the same here, or if Trance is going to be able to go ahead and swing things back in their favor.
All right, Shippy going to be opting for the Sombra to see if he can get any hacking in, but I'm not sure if Trance is going to be panicking at all if Panic's playing the Junkrat. There might be some panic involved, and looks like they're going to go ahead and go for the flank and see if that'll work out. I don't know if they're aware that some of the players got in there, and looks like they're not going to go through with that. They're going to fall back just a little bit. Looks like Ragnarok's going to stick with the high ground. He will get hacked, however, by Shippy, and he's getting chased down. So is Dire Crow, but Potato's getting taken out by Stefan. Dire Crow, oh man, he has been an accurate force to be reckoned with all day, taking out North. However, Snitzel will be the unfortunate latest victim of getting hacked, but the immortality field will save Snitzel. Stefan making sure that Snitzel stays alive to fight another day, and Ragnarok, I think the accretion just knocked Shiro into the icy cold waters. That is just a horrible way to go.
Yeah, cold, wet, and very fun, if I would say so myself. As a man that has done the polar plunge, I can attest that cold water doesn't feel great. But they're gonna go ahead and try to run this back, as Trance can't seem to go ahead and swing Cerberus into their favor, as Cerberus has definitely turned on the gas in these last 2 rounds.
And that's another momentum killer there. Brian already gotten taken out, so that's a 6v5 situation. You're one less healer, and looks like Brian's got a long way to go to that point there. And looks like they're going to the backfield right now for Trance. They're just not sure what to do. The clock is ticking away. trying to find an answer for Cerberus. Even if they get both points, they're gonna have to attack first again here, and the high ground really serving Cerberus well, especially with Panic, and Bailey is gonna nano boost north. They're gonna try to copy that success. Shiro will start things off by taking out Panic. That's gonna be less damage output, but that's not gonna matter. Shippy, the big hacker, gets taken out by the dynamite, courtesy of Dire Crow. Here comes Ragnarok. No, not gonna get anything there, but you still got a Riptire that could just pretty much catch Trance off guard. Here comes the remake, but North is taken out. Potato will use a pulse bomb, but will take out Stefan, but Bailey is taken out too. However, it looks like Trance is gonna possibly take this point, but here comes a Riptire, and looks like Shippy will get out of there, but Shiro, oh, not as fortunate, but it will be taken out of the fight, and now Brian is taken out, and Shippy's coming back to avenge. Here comes Bob. That's gonna be a lot of pressure. Dire Crow, thanks to Bob, is able to take North out and Potato, and here comes the EMP, but only gets one and will take out Schnitzels. The immortality field is gone, but Tink will bring Schnitzels right back into the fight. They're not out of this yet. This defensive hold, they're 93%. They're still holding on. They're down to their last 30 seconds. Is Trance. And my goodness, already 2 of them have been taken out of the fight. And now Shiro is out of the fight. And the only thing you have left in this potential final teammate is a nano boost, as well as the Transcendence. They're going to have to use that to save them.
They don't have a lot working for them, Adam. I don't know what they're gonna do here, but they have such little time to work with, if any. And Cerberus still holding on to 5 minutes as here comes the overtime. They will go ahead and land on point as the monkey sits there, ready, has the nano boost. They have to play this one smart if they want an attempt on the next series.
But man, they're off to a good start. Ragnarok and Panic are taken out of the fight. They only have 25% of the point left, but Dire Crow will take out Brian. Stefan takes the hacks out. Oh my goodness, and Tink able to get that there on time, but unfortunately Shiro is going to prevent that resurrection from happening. They will take point A, however, big time, however, they only have 2 minutes and 50 seconds to take care of this last point. And when you got 503 on the other side, oh man, you're gonna have to attack first again. And you know for a fact Cerberus are gonna make some necessary adjustments on defense to help try and prevent another big capture like that.
Yeah, and you really gotta admire the double shield strategy that they pulled out with the Orisa and the Sigma. They have been very successful thus far with the comp they've been running, and they really have not given Trance even an inch, as there goes the nano monkey, the angry monkey, diving on, gets 2. One with the jump and one with the swinging fist, and this may be it. There he goes, North, putting in absolute work for Element Trance, as they will secure point B with only 1:50 left on the clock. You really gotta give it to them. They fought hard for that one, but they have such little time to work with compared to Cerberus.
Yeah, you gotta give the big credit. That double shield comp really did serve Cerberus well, and at least bleeding the clock away. The 150 is all Trance is gonna get, but you gotta give credit to Shippy. You saw Panic just blink onto the point, and to make sure the recall didn't happen, a hack had to be made, and Shippy made very sure that never happened. Now, we're gonna see a run back. They said, it worked before, why try to fix what's not broken? We're gonna go ahead and do it again. It took them long to get the point, and I think Cerberus is very confident in this composition that they can do a 1:50 hold on point A.
Well, it's really going to come down to whether or not Element Trance figured out the play style of this Cerberus team, or whether Cerberus is going to throw some curveballs in their faces and just kind of change the whole dynamic here. But as we go on to this next point, it really is going to heavily favor Cerberus because we already know what kind of damage they can do, but they slip up even once, Element Trance will pounce on the opportunity.
And we've seen it happen. Oh my goodness. Panicked, making sure no hacks happen in this first battle, and takes him out of the fight right off the bat. And so far, so good for Cerberus. And looks like Trance is going to be waiting on Shippy to get back. I don't think they want to go in short-handed, especially with given how much time they have compared to the 503 Cerberus is going to have. So now here they come. They're coming to the point, and now Potato's using that teleporter to get on the high ground too, and Tink is getting to be taken out of the fight. I don't think they were ready for that one. And my goodness, they are so aggressive right now. And with a minute left, Dire Crow will take out North, but now progress is starting to be made on the first point, and they might be able to get a second tick out of this one. And I think, yeah, Panic will take out Potato, but I think the teleporter strategy worked for Potato. They're gonna have, the coin is not captured just yet. They're gonna try to stall to try to burn clock off, and I think that's all the clock they're gonna be able to burn. So point B, they're gonna have a little under a minute to try and capture, but that's all they're gonna get. But they do have a self-destruct and an EMP on standby.
Yeah, and you saw Ragnarok go ahead and switch onto that Wrecking Ball. It would probably switch some things up, change the dynamic, but we'll go ahead and switch back to Sigma and then to Diva. Snitzel's switching to Reinhardt. I don't know what's going on, Adam. They keep switching players. I can't keep up with it. But they're gonna get an EMP that's huge! Snitzels is taken out! Stefan low! Reptar coming out from Panic! Ragnarok's gonna be DMAC! There's a triple kill for Panic! The absolute craziness, absolute insanity as that is a team wipe, and this will not be enough time for them to get back unless by some chance North can make it on the point for even a minute. He didn't!
Yeah, he did make it, but unfortunately that's not gonna matter. There's too many casualties from the side of Trance, and they will get almost 2 ticks with the minute 50, but if you've learned from the last offensive push from Cerberus, oh man, if you're Trance, you have almost no room for error in this one. And for Cerberus, they can make the adjustments they need to. They could do this little at a time, just as long as they could keep a steady pace. They have no need to rush. Although, I think they would prefer to go very aggressive on this, try to catch Trance off guard. I don't think they want to hang around with Trance any longer. And they're going back, going back to the Echo for Panic, just like in the attacking round. Shippy going to be using that Symmetric teleporter to try to use the teleporter and with the flanking. And, oh boy, we're going to see a lot of this. North on the Reinhardt, trying to opt for some shield pushing and that Earth Shatter if needed.
I'm not too certain with this comp. I mean, you have such a strong dive comp coming out here from Cerberus, and I don't know if the Symmetra and the Mei are necessarily the right choice here. I would have liked to see a soldier to try to combat that verticality that you're gonna get out of the Echo and the Mercy. You're gonna want to go ahead and try to knock that down as the Echo is already getting some value off. Ragnarok low, gonna be dropped down to about half and then healed back up. But so far Trance not really taking too many hits quite yet, as they are playing it fairly smart here. Shiro gonna be dropped to half. Dire Crow taken out. That's a big drop on Dire Crow. He has been a major impact in the series thus far. Shiro pretty low, but Trance gonna hold on fairly strong. Purple coming out on Shiro and Brian. They are holding strong for Trance. North slept. Stefan low. Ragnarok out. Diacro out. Schnitzel almost demacked and will go ahead and be demacked and killed. And Cerberus will be sent back to the spawn room as Trance doing everything they can to hold.
And with four minutes left, there you got plenty of time. Just all they need to do is just get a regroup going on. Panic is 20% away almost from a duplication. If I had to guess who he would duplicate, I'd say he would duplicate the Reinhardt to try to get that Earth Shatter and get some devastating results here. Here comes the Far Mercy. We're doing double aerials here, folks. The Echo and Farah comp, and this I have not seen this as much in UGC League at all. And with only the hit scanner of the Baptiste, you're not gonna be able to rely on that because of being a healer. Yep, I called it. Panic's gonna be going Diva. Gonna try and get the self-destruct, which Shiro used to take out Ragnarok while Nord takes out Schnitzels, and I don't think Panic is gonna be able to get that self-destruct at all, but Panic will take out Bailey. That's gonna be a big one for the side of Cerberus. That's less healing that Trance is going to have, and there comes the barrage, which takes out Potato, and Diacro will take out another one, and Chippy, Panic, finishing off North with the focusing beam. Now they're gonna get the start going. They have 503. They needed half that time to get that first point, and they'll have a little under 3 minutes to get it, almost 2 ticks in the next push there, Lightning.
Yeah, and you know how they push on the last point? They have a lot of aggressive play to be had on Cerberus as they are going ahead and firing off rockets. They got firing off energy beams, and there's the dive. Ragnarok going in. He slipped! That's huge!
But unfortunately, Ragnarok's back up and very angry about it, and taking the anger out on North. With some help from Stefan. This could be a disaster for Trance. Already Shiro is out, Potato out, Bailey out. It's pretty much almost all Cerberus all across the board. And this is pretty much it. All that's left is North to defend, but the last of the defense of Trance has fallen, and there goes Trance's hopes of winning Volskaya, and there goes their chances at the series as it goes to Cerberus.
You know, Diacro, again with the play of the game. 4 in a row play of the games for Diacro. You know who we're gonna give MVP to.
Yeah,
I shouldn't even have to say it, but Diacro is gonna be the MVP of this match series.
And look at that, almost 15,000 damage done. That's 34% of the damage for the team for that entire fight, or for that entire 14-minute map of Volskaya. That is just unheard of. Everyone was playing out of their minds, but yeah, like you said, you called it right now. Diacro being the MVP. It doesn't matter what you put him into. Aerial assault, long range, hit scanning. He does it all.
Yeah, no, Dire. Absolute monster on the DPS side for Cerberus, and man, oh man, I can't say enough about his playstyle. He has been an absolute monster for Cerberus, and an absolute change on the field. And without him, like I said earlier, I don't see them having as much success against Trance. But he is here, and I see him staying. But I don't know about you, Adam, but I think that is a good place for us to leave off. Where can these fine people find you?
Oh, it's easy. On Twitter, you can find me at the Adamsmasher. You can keep up on when I go live on Twitch or whatever I like to tweet. And if you want to follow me on Twitch and want to watch I play a variety of games on there. I'm at twitch.tv/Adamsmasher93. You want to catch up? And Lightning, where can we find you on social media?
Well, you can always catch me on Twitter at LightningCasts, and I post my schedule on there quite frequently. And when I'm going live, sometimes I don't. I forget. My brain's fairly square at most times. Or you can catch me on Twitch at that would be Black Lightning RL, and you can catch me anytime I go live, whether it's with Rocket League, Valorant, or Overwatch. I'll always be going ahead and throwing some good content up on the screen for you. But I don't know about you, Adam, but I think that this has been a very successful night for these two teams, and a very, very entertaining night.
Yeah, there was never a dull moment at all in this. All of them, at worst, it was decent. At worst. Or I should say, very good at worst. That's how fantastic this match was. That's how entertaining this was. Because we've seen a lot of fantastic moments coming out of both teams. Whether it's Element Trance with the saves back at Busan's Mecha Center, or the litany of big instant kills out of Dire Crow. But man, oh man, did we see him just go off like that in the end of Oskaya.
Absolutely. He has been a force to be reckoned with on both Junkertown, Blizzard World, and Vizcaya. But for all of us here at UGC League, we wish you a very, very pleasant evening, and we hope to see you again. And man, Season 17 couldn't be going any stronger, especially with this beginner Week 7 match. But we'll see you next week. I have been Lightning, joined by Adamsmasher, and we both thank you so much.
And that being said, good night, and carry on the future.